These videos were created during the process of testing and pre-release. For that reason, I've added some new things that I'm going to be covering in this video. The first one is relative to the Marketing Requirements portal. And what I've added, and I'll show you, if you click on the portal, this portion on the screen was added to the portal record. What this actually does is it allows you to take, for example, RFP, RFQ, or a document from the visitor or the client that you're working with. If you're building an RFQ, RFP, you can actually create a PDF file and then place it into this screen. On this screen, this PDF document area here allows you to go ahead and, for example, you can zoom in, you can reduce it, you can show it as a complete review document, and if you have in the corner, for example, over here when I'm showing this, it will actually show the different sections that you create in the document. And in this case, if I just click in here, I can scroll through the entire PDF file, which allows you to view the entire file. To close it, you simply go up and close it, and then you're back in the file. If you right mouse click on this right here, it allows you to do different things. For example, move to the next page, go to actual size, automatically resize, reload, and show a single page or a single page continuously, 2 pages or whatever. But what it really breaks down to is in this particular screen, you have the ability to take an RFP, RFQ, whatever you're working on, and create a document, PDF document, and put it right on the screen and then be able to pop it up and review all the information in it. The intent with this by adding it is that if you're doing a WBS and you want to go to the actual request for proposal and review it, if you have a PDF copy of it, you can lay it into this area and read it directly as you're adding the information to these fields. This should speed up a lot of the possible things that you need to add, plus it will allow you to correct and also make sure that the text that you're viewing in the actual marketing proposal requirement actually has the correct definition that is in the RFP itself or RFQ. So you can walk through these. Now, if you click on the Save Copy, it depends on if you're on the server or you're on, say, an iPad or iPhone or on the desktop with this computer. You can go ahead and click the Save. It'll bring up a dialog where you want to save the name of the document. You could put tags in it for searching, and you can point to where you want it to actually store it. And in this case, you can actually create an email and send it to somebody as a file attachment. In this particular dialog, it allows you to do that as far as the export of the field itself. Typically, if you have a graphic in the database, it does not allow you to export it. But if it's a PDF file, that's a different situation. So if you added other documents in here, I'm going to cancel. If you added another image or document in here, it can be just an image, and then you can go ahead and send it as far as saving a copy or try to put it out to the world on export. The other one is if you want to clear the document, this should show up in the record that you're actually working within. In this case, I'm in requirement ID number 10, and the initial marketing meeting is what this was. But if I went to a different record in the same portal records that I'm looking at, I would be able to see whatever document was in this. It would not be in the next one because each one of these is a separate saving document area. So you may want to put this in the top level, but you can always copy it and then put it into another document. Now you can also, if you're on the desktop, you can drag the image of a PDF file into this portal area, or what this is called actually a container field. You could pull it into the container field, and what it'll do is it'll add it to that container field. That's really nice, a nice function that helps you save time and so forth as far as adding the document. Now let's go back to the main screen. I'll show you what else we've added. Go back over to Project Marketing. I'm going up to Marketing Budgeting. And what I've done is add something very similar to this, but this one is in a pop-up. And what happens when a popover is used, that particular document in here has some ability to be inserted in there, but you have to actually go to the physical portal, and that's the portal record up here. If I click on Portal, now I'm looking at the document in the portal. And what I can do here is like we did before. I can click in, I can go to actual size. If I go to the bottom of the document, now I can go ahead and show it in full view. Or if I go over here, I can save the PDF to download into a folder. So I have a lot of options as far as what I'm doing. Now in this screen, what we're really looking at is marketing budget portal. And we're looking at some of the information plus the proposal comments. Well, because this is a budgeting screen, the narrative over here should be budgeting. If you wanted to put the proposal or RFQ, RFP in here, you could do that if you wanted to. If you wanted to put something else in there that's a document that's related to the budgeting, either coming from within your company or from without, maybe additional change orders or whatever that were added because of the client, you can drop them in this particular area. And as I said before, if you go between records, like for example, if I go back out to the marketing portal again, and if I go back out here and I look in the actual popover record, I'll see something different for every one I look through. So for example, if I went up here as the marketing thing here, and now when I scroll through, every one of these is going to have its own PDF area that you can add it in there based on the actual proposal element that you're working within. So you can see where you can have narrative and an image, PDF, or whatever you want to add for each one of these records. This should extend a lot of the information that you're utilizing and be able to have it right at your fingertips for each individual budget element that you're working within. Also known as a WBS, and here's the WBS item number. Now, there's an additional one here I'm going to show you what we did in the project planning area. And this is, you haven't reviewed this yet and hadn't been aware of it, but I'm going to show it ahead of time so when we go there you'll know what we're looking at and you can actually see some of the custom additions that we're adding. And what's happened in this screen, what I've done is I've added a multiple line portal, and it doesn't scroll, but what it allows you to do is add, in this case, a URL. The URL, in this case we're in the planning area, I could add two different kinds of things. I could take and do a site survey and go out on the job site and take videos or still images, and then what I can do is I can put the actual video right in here. If you save it to a YouTube URL from YouTube, this can actually go to that particular YouTube video. Why would we do this? Why would we put the URL in here instead of actually adding the video? Well, it's very clear that when you have a video and it's a storage situation where you have to store a video, and say it's a maybe 15 or 20 minute long, that's a lot of kilobytes that you have to put in there, or even megabytes. So what you probably want to do is just use the URL to save space so that people using this on an iPad doesn't have to go to somewhere and actually open the file and take it out of the database and try to put it into another device or application in order to open it. With YouTube, if you store them on YouTube, you don't have a storage problem. You do not have any other kind of problems as far as storing it. What I've done here, if I want to see one of the videos, and for this case, I actually went over here and I did this one. What you do is copy and paste that into this field right here. And this is the go to URL field. What this does is when you click on the underlying go to URL, it'll execute a script that will open YouTube on your device or on your desktop or on the cloud and allow you to see the video. In this particular case, I have 6 slots that I can put video in here, and as we looked at before, you can scroll down and add another 6 to the next element that you're working within and have as many videos as you need. So it's a situation where you can either put informational management videos in or site survey videos in, or you can even do something like record a video that is in a URL or another thing. For example, all of these that I currently have in here are actually different videos on YouTube that were already created, and they have to do with management, how to do WBS, how to do project planning, how to do a number of different things as far as informational. And for example, if you're actually working in something and it's something that actually has a video that explains how to do that process, in this case we're doing planning and scheduling, the planning videos could be put in here and provide you with information as far as background. And that's not only for you, that would be for anybody that opened up this particular record and wanted to look at those videos related to them, either with a site survey where you're taking videos of the site or management things that really discuss how this thing has to be treated. So this is another aspect of the videos that are going to be very helpful for you when you're running the actual project management. Over here in this particular screen, we'll be coming back to and explaining all the usages for the planning screen and the project and project portal, planning portal. Okay, right now what we're going to do is go to the next video which will be the project manager's time or the management portal for manpower. Okay, if you have any questions, as always, you can always get a hold of us at our support website at ontargetsolutions.biz. Thank you.